Greetings and salutations on this Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. And what we're looking at here is unfortunate. Limey has succumbed a little bit to the 18-degree temperatures that we had on Tuesday. I was a little concerned about that. I'm glad I got the hotbed in there. It could have been much worse. The hotbed over here on Piney, he did a little suffering too. And all the bean plants and stuff over here, they also died off. And then I found that I had probably forgot to close the door properly last week, and I think it's a raccoon got into my cabbage once again for the second time. Got some sprouts coming out. That's good. But anyway, so the 18-degree temperature was a little problematic. So I need to think about additional measures for heating, and I'm thinking about maybe even running the biogas digester from not only the house, but to the greenhouse for small temporary space heaters. But then there are other ideas that could work as well. Not sure, but I spent a better portion of this weekend building the one side wall for the next pallet greenhouse. Which is going to be on the husk of the experimental greenhouse, the very first greenhouse that I built and rebuilt. Just trying this and that and the other thing, just seeing what worked and what didn't. And one thing I certainly learned was that I need good venting, which is why the pallet greenhouse is so good, because the summertime is brutal in there, and I'd never spend any time in there in the summertime. It was just too hot. But it's awfully nice in the winter. There's somebody coming to pay us a visit. Oh, there's another one. Anyway, so let's pack it up, gearing ready to go back to Raleigh. Let's see. Well, yeah, that was it. So breaking down a bunch of pallets and not really breaking down, just removing the planks from one side left me plenty of fuel for a nice big fat barn fire, and constructed this here fence. This is actually a double layered fence. The old pallet greenhouse is a single layer. This is double layer, and I removed the pallets from one side, or the planks from one side of the pallets, and so that they would all made up together nicely, and so we have nice thick walls. And this is actually resting on the cement slab that I built initially to frame the original experimental greenhouse. And it did actually hold up very nicely. I mean, it's been through several tropical storms and hurricanes and stuff like that. But very nicely in terms of an experimental greenhouse built by an idiot that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So anyway, I did learn a lot. And anyway, so this whole thing is now coming down. And I unclamped the opposite side of the tarp and made available the poles, and the poles help to support and stabilize the wall. And so instead of having poles come directly out of these poles that are anchored in this cement slab here, it'll come out of the tops of the pallets just like it does over here in the nice, well-functioning, comfortable greenhouse. So yeah, another nice, lovely use for my abundance of pallets. And I think this greenhouse will work out even nicer than the original pallet greenhouse. So I've got one segment left to do right here, and then we'll get started on the other side. But I also need to prioritize the plants that are inside the greenhouse and make sure that their environment can stay above, I think it's 42 degrees. I don't know. I mean, we had 25-degree weather 3-4 weeks ago, and I came back here and Limey was exuberant and very happy. However, I did come back this Thursday to find that this door was wide open and this flap was twisted up so that there was constant airflow going in and out. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't know if it was the raccoons. Might have been some raccoons. I don't know if it was wind. Could have been the wind, but the wind's not likely to open the door, which is enclosing the flap. So I don't know, I think it was raccoons or something like that. So I need to make sure that I secure that properly, so in the future when the cold weather comes and threatens the livelihood of my plants, they don't die and they can stay comfortable. So anyway, I could probably stand to use some monitoring equipment as well. But had another nice weekend burning some methane gas from the BioGas Digester, and didn't do much in the greenhouse. But, well, it's been a gray weekend. It's been like this all weekend long. And Friday I didn't get a whole lot done, unfortunately, because it rained, and then it stopped, and then it rained, and then it stopped, and then it rained, and then it stopped. But that's all par for the course of living in the great outdoors, the sweet earth. Let's see, what else? Well, oh yeah, I broke down the rain gutter garden system that I had created. Oh yeah, that's right. It's time to harvest some of those Swiss Chards and romaine lettuce, because they also responded not quite so greatly to the freezing conditions on Tuesday. So I've already taken the biggest, most mature Swiss Chard out of its cup, and as you can see, its leaves aren't doing so hot. But so I guess it's just time for a harvest, and it looks like the roots took very nicely. This is all grown on PiBWaber, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to rinse these off and recycle the perlite and vermiculite, and take this home and have it for dinner with pizza tonight. So yeah. A success. Always like to see that. So plenty of other plants left in here. Still struggling with spawning new plants with the seeds that I've got, but we're going to continue to persist and try and fill up all the wells for the hydroponic setup, and continue in the... See, I got nothing going on here. What the hell? Well, there's one. So continue the pursuit of independence, food independence in this particular respect. And so when the greenhouse is done, okay, all right. When the new greenhouse is done, then I will actually turn my attentions to, this was last week, I tried making little cubes out of the peat moss with your fingers. You just scratch it together and stick a seed in the middle of it. So I don't see any sprouts going on, but I'm going to leave it for another week. Hopefully I'll come back next week and see a little bit more activity. It takes time in the wintertime to spawn plants. Anyway, so yeah, trucking right along, moving forward. Here's my little harvest, and hopefully soon to be far more. And so yeah. Anywho, let's go enjoy the peace of nature, and I will say thanks for joining us this week, and hopefully you aren't watching some flicker box. You're out there pursuing your own independence so that you can secure your freedom, and we can all live happily ever after on this lovely planet Earth.